Wow, that was terrible. But don't worry, now that I've learned all the notes, I have a few tricks up my sleeve to clean this up and get it up to tempo. First things first, I need to build some faster reflexes, and the best way I know how to do that is with some dotted rhythm practice. I'm sure you've seen this a million times before, but it's just a tried and true method for getting the fingers to move quickly and understanding what it feels like to play fast without tension. I always start with this simple pattern as I find it the most effective way to start developing those fast reflexes. Two other really helpful patterns I used were this one. I found it really helpful for mastering the finger pattern of each hand position. Also this one, which helped me with the transition between each hand position. The movement to switch between hand positions is actually the tricky part of the run, especially when you're going fast, so dividing it in this way allows me to focus on that transition. Another tried and true method, using a metronome. But rather than playing the whole piece beginning to end while cranking up the metronome, I broke it up into little sections. Smaller sections allowed me to hone in on each little movement, while the metronome helped make sure I was playing everything on time and evenly. But don't forget about the left hand, because it's arguably more difficult than the right hand. If you ever played this piece before, let me know in the comments if you agree, but I found it super challenging because the left hand makes these big jumps, and when you're going really fast, it's hard to be accurate, especially when you're also playing this intricate run in the right hand and have to coordinate the two together. So I did a lot of left hand only practice with the metronome too. Practicing that same section I showed before with both hands is what helped me with timing them together. I try to think about both hands moving as a unit at the end of each section. I also paid special attention to my elbow positions in relation to my body and to each other, as knowing these positions is how I'm going to make the jumps accurately. Another tricky part of this piece is the pedaling. Too much pedal and it sounds muddy. Change the pedal in the wrong place and it disrupts the flow of the phrase. When you're playing really, really fast, it's hard to be accurate with the pedaling too. This section gets the MVP award as I also used it to practice my pedaling. I lift the pedal on the beat, so at the end of the section, I make sure I'm lifting my foot at the right time. Okay, so after several weeks of working on those, I guess you can call them drills, I started to piece it all together. First, one phrase at a time, then all the phrases together. Not gonna lie, it was a bit of a long process, and a lot of it looked like this. And like this. After I don't even know how many weeks, I stopped counting, I was able to get it to this place. I feel that you possibly underestimate the time it takes to bring something to that kind of speed. It doesn't take months to master Chopin's etudes, it takes decades, literally. And I am not joking. People you were referring to, they spent literally decades to get to that speed. They've been playing those pieces nonstop for at least 10 years. I'm not even touching the topic of practicing for 8 to 10 hours a day. Some do even more. It's hard work. They were not magically born with those abilities. They worked their hands to the bone trying to achieve that. I think it was Vladimir Ashkenazy who had to have his technician come in to restore the white layer on the keys because Mr. Ashkenazy went through it to the wood of the keys. Not once, by the way, constantly. This maybe will give you an idea of what it takes. Well, it hasn't been 10 more years of practicing this piece, but another month did make a big difference, I think. Particularly with the finger articulation, which made it sound cleaner. That was mainly why I wasn't satisfied with it before. It's by no means perfect, but I am happy with where it is now. Like that viewer said, I could probably work on this piece for a decade, but at what point do you draw the line and move on to something else? I mean, I guess I could keep this piece in rotation and continue to polish it, but to be honest, there are many days when I just don't have as much time to practice and I'd rather work on new music. Let me know in the comments when you decide that it's ready to move on to something new. I'm sure there are many of you like me who feel like it could always be better, so how do you decide? Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully it won't be too long before I post another one. I know I haven't been very consistent lately, but I'm trying to be better about that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.